Hello, everyone, and welcome to Uplift at Home. This is 6 reminders to taking care of yourself for caregivers. My name is CJ Roseberry, and I work for Uplift Center for Grieving Children. And I'll allow my partner to introduce herself.
Hello, everybody. I too work at Uplift Center for Grieving Children, and my name is Michelle Gonzalez, and we are happy to be here with all of you today.
Absolutely. And Michelle's going to start us off with our first reminder or tip for taking care of yourself as a caregiver.
Yes, thanks, CJ. The first one that we have that we want to talk about is breathing and the importance of breathing. It sounds easy, right? It's something that we automatically do. However, setting the intentions when taking long, deep breaths to slow things down around us can be very, very helpful sometimes. We are sometimes overwhelmed by the busy, everyday things in our lives, and sometimes we need to take a pause and a breather. And there's actually 2 ways that we can do this. One way is breathing in your nose and out of your nose, which CJ and I can do together. And another way is breathing in your nose and out of your mouth, which CJ and I will do together as well. And sometimes it helps things slow down. And those are some of the deep breaths that you can take.
Awesome. Thanks, Michelle, for our first one. So we know that breathing is important, as Michelle just talked to us. And something else that a lot of us do every day and we don't even think about it is drinking water. And sometimes we forget to drink water, and you may notice that it affects your mood or how you're feeling or your body in different ways. And sometimes it's helpful to just drink a little bit of water. And it doesn't have to be a lot at one time, but just drinking some water. And this doesn't even have to be when you're necessarily upset. It can just be something that you try to incorporate more into your life to help nourish your body and hydrate your body and your mind. And it sounds so simple, but and we do it every day. But also just setting a little reminder for yourself. Sometimes I literally put it in my calendar, drink water, and just set it on repeat to remind myself to drink water. And as I do that, I automatically feel a little bit better. And it doesn't take away everything that you may be feeling in your grief and your feelings for that day, but it can help kind of rest and calm and reinvigorate yourself for the day.
Thank you, CJ, for that one. Very, very important. And another thing too that we wanted to share with you is also listening to music and how that can really, really be helpful. It really does, as we know, it helps elevate the mood, whether you're putting your favorite song on, whether you're putting instrumental music in the background, if you're listening to a music video, or if you want to listen to a podcast just to have something there. It really does help soothe, and it automatically, like we said, helps elevate the mood. And if you just want to sometimes, if you're having maybe like a rough day or a stressful day, or maybe you just want to put your favorite song on and you just kind of want to move around, and it doesn't have to be all the way dancing, but you could if you want to, but you can just kind of sway back and forth with it, or just kind of tap your foot, or snap your fingers and just kind of groove into it. And it really does just it makes a huge difference in your mind, with your mind, and it makes a huge difference with your body too. And also sometimes music, we know that with lyrics, sometimes it stimulates memories. It can bring us back to a moment in time with our special people. And it doesn't have to be lyrics. Again, it can just be instrumental as well. And that too is very, very important. And it's something that we, really enjoy doing, and we can always turn to.
Yeah, that's a really good one. I know that I definitely like listening to music, especially if I'm kind of in a lower place. So thanks for that one, Michelle. So the next one is, again, something that a lot of us already are doing, And that's why we call this reminders, right? So these are things that we already do. And that is contacting someone that you feel supported by. So this can be a lot of different people, or it could be a lot of different ways that you do this. And we kind of wanted to cover the variety of ways that you can reach out to people when maybe you're not doing so okay, or you just need to talk to someone or just communicate with someone. So the first way that we can do this is we can call someone on the phone. But as we know, a lot of people don't like to talk on the phone, or maybe they're busy doing something, or you're busy doing something, but you still want to feel that connection. So that's the first way. But the second way is if you can't talk on the phone or don't want to talk on the phone, or maybe they don't, is you can text the person. So texting or direct messaging on a social media platform like Twitter, Instagram, Facebook can be a really good way to start that initial conversation with someone when you just need a little bit of support. And so you may be thinking, well, I don't really want to talk about why I'm not okay, but I know I need to like talk to someone. And that's super, super fair. A lot of times we feel that way, where we just want to be around someone or talk with someone, but we don't want to delve into why we're not okay or why we're feeling stressed. And a really good way to do that is when you're texting them or direct messaging them, you can talk about other stuff. And a lot of times you can get a lot of support and feel better about what's going on, even if you're not talking about what's wrong or what's not okay or what's off with you. And something else that you may have noticed children in your life doing, or younger people in your life doing, that I think is a really good practice to get into, and I need to get into it more, is sending emojis or GIFs or little memes to each other. So these are just like little pictures or little smiley faces or little like pictures of things back and forth with a person on text or direct messaging. And it may sound like kind of silly, but it's such a good way for you to feel supported by someone and not have to go there emotionally necessarily, and not have to like go into a place where you're maybe not going to be okay. But sending funny pictures back and forth, funny little moving things back and forth. Or even like if you want to share a YouTube video with someone or a TikTok, that can be a really good way to find that support when you just need to feel a connection to someone. And it can be a really good way to take care of yourself and feel a little less alone in what you're going through.
CJ, thank you so much for all those. Yes, that's, and just the beauty of just being connected. Like you said, that's so important. Our last, and not final, but our last reminder that we have here that we want to share with you all is food. Food is, just getting excited. Food is such a huge comfort source. Whether it's a prepared homemade meal, whether it's your favorite takeout, whether it's your favorite snack or snacks. Notice that there's an S at the end of that, multiple snacks, all of the snacks. Sometimes food also can take us to like memories of our special people. If we want to maybe do a recipe that we learned from them, or maybe we want to also put music in the background while we're making food. If we ever don't feel okay, or if we ever just, need to make ourselves feel better. And it can just make us feel good. And it's more important on where it takes us when we eat the food. And thank you for all being here. And these are just some of the reminders that we wanted to share with you. And again, there's plenty more. Everyone's different. What may work for CJ may not always work for me, but it's the beauty of just having so many different types.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Michelle, for sharing that last tip with us. And I think that, as Michelle said, there are so many different tips. And I just wanted to add on one more that we forgot, which is a really good one that a lot of us do. And it's watching TV or watching YouTube videos or watching like small little slices of media or even listening to podcasts. This we're told a lot of times by society that like, oh no, you shouldn't just like watch stuff or like lay down and just zone out and watch stuff. But it can be a really profoundly healing experience when you just allow yourself to watch something. And it can be something funny, it can be something silly, it can be something maybe a little bit more serious that maybe evokes some emotion from you that you need to get out. But watching something can be a really good way to just chill and relax and know, hey, I might fall asleep doing this, or I just need a little bit of a mini break here, and I'm just going to turn this thing on. And a really good thing to do when you're watching something that, especially if you're a person who gets worried or anxious, is watching something that you've watched before that helped you feel comforted and you liked. It can really decrease our anxiety and our worry about all other stuff when we watch something that we've seen before. We can feel very comforted by doing that. And if you haven't tried that, I highly recommend it. It feels really, really good. That's one I do all the time. I rewatch stuff because you know what to expect there. And as Michelle said a little bit earlier, we just both want to thank you all for sitting with us and watching this. And if there are any other tips and anything that you're kind of thinking of or reminders of taking care of yourself, you can try them because so many things help us to take care of ourselves. And we just wanted to throw a couple out there to everyone. So thank you.
Thank you all so much. We hope you all have a good day. Thank you, CJ.
Bye.